What's up, guys? How are you? It's time for a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and I'm going to declare a winning day, even though the Blackhawks game is not over yet. It's 5-2 with 16 to play in the third period. If I lose that bet, okay. I'm not going to put it on the screen just in case, just to be a little stitious, not superstitious, but just a little stitious. 2-1, up 0.9 units on the day, so that is back-to-back winning days. Let's keep it rolling here into a Thursday. I have 3 bets in 3 sports: NFL, college football, and Major League Baseball, all coming at you on this episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. Let me remind you about our friends at Hard Rock Bet. It's Thursday. Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook app, top rated. If you've tried other sportsbook apps, when you open up the Hard Rock Bet, you'll see the app is clean and simple and is packed with promos. Week 7 kicks off with the Steelers versus the Bengals. Hard Rock Bet puts stats, streaks, and insights at your fingertips from every game. Listen to a couple of these from the Hard Rock Bet Stats Hub. Cincinnati has lost 9 in a row as underdogs. T. Higgins has scored a touchdown in 6 straight games, and DK Metcalf's on a 4-game touchdown streak. If you still haven't placed your first bet with Hard Rock Bet, it's not too late. Place your first $5 bet, and if it wins, you get $150 in bonus bets on top of your payout. Plus, tonight on Hard Rock Bet, you get a Thursday night parlay boost for the game. There's new promos every day. Boost your same game parlay or SGP Max tonight, so your bet pays extra winnings. Download the Hard Rock Bet app and make your first deposit today. Okay, let's start talking about the Steelers and the Bengals. Thursday night football. I smell a rat. I don't know why. Sometimes I am heavily into the analytical side of the game. Sometimes I'm betting trends. And this is a trend that I'm betting. Mike Tomlin as a favorite is awful. But Joe Flacco has played this Steelers team so many times. It's unbelievable how many times he's played. In his mind, up to 30. 30 times that Joe Flacco has played. And Joe Flacco's at home. And Joe Flacco is a 5.5-point dog on Thursday night to a team that was coming off a bye and then played on Sunday and now is playing on Thursday night football. The Bengals season is a disaster, and Zach Taylor should be the next coach fired, okay? But he won't be, but he should be. However, in one game, in one moment, in the black and blue division, I have seen this too often. I am not buying the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I have been burned betting against the Steelers a lot. So you probably should fade me and take Pittsburgh and lay the 5.5, because I'm taking the dog. I'm taking the plus 5.5. There are numbers on both sides. If you want to talk about the trends, there's trends against this play and there's trends for this play. This is not a trend play. This is an eyeball play for me. This is watching the Steelers and watching the Bengals and watching that Bengals team with Joe Burrow last week and going, they hung around. They hung around in that game against the Packers. Like, that was on the road. That wasn't a blowout. That was they were in that game. They had a shot to win that game. Bengals plus 5.5. Maybe it's a horrible bet. Maybe it's stupid. Give me the Bengals plus 5.5 at minus 105 for 1.05 units. I'm not going to be stunned if we're sitting here having this conversation tomorrow talking about the Friday Daily Juice, and we're saying, how did the Bengals win that game? They might win outright. It just has that feel. Home dogs in the NFL, home teams in the NFL. Mike Tomlin in primetime has sucked. 2-9 straight up. This is not a good spot for the Steelers. This is where historically they have laid an egg. Divisional game on top of that. Give me the points. Bengals plus 5.5. Speaking of NFL football, do you guys want this jersey? Ricky Pearsall jersey is available. If you would like to be selected, all you have to do is subscribe to the BettingPros YouTube channel and comment on this video. And if we like it and select it at the end of the month, you will get that jersey sent to you from our friends at pristineauction.com. An autographed 49er Ricky Pearsall jersey will be yours for subscribing to the Betting Pros YouTube channel and commenting on this video. All right, it's a Thursday night. That means there are college games to talk about. So let's get into the one. There's only one. Tulsa is at East Carolina. This number is 16.5. No, thank you. Not touching the side. However, Tulsa is 5-1 to the under. ECU, East Carolina, equally is 5-1 to the under. At home, they're 2-1 to the under, but Tulsa on the road, they're 3-0 on the road. The only game that went over this year for Tulsa was against Navy. They lost the game 42-23. The game went over by 13 points. That total, 52. This total's higher than that. This total is 54.5. East Carolina, they've had totals against NC State. It was 61.5. The game went under by 20.5 points. Against Coastal, it was 57. Game went under by 19 points. Against BYU, it was 50, and the game still went under by 3. Against Army, it was 52.5, went under by 18.5 points, and Tulane, 54, went under by 9 points. These teams don't play high-scoring games against each other, and frankly, Tulsa's offense isn't going to contribute all that much. I mean, this is not a very good Tulsa team by any means. They're scoring 15.4 points per game. But Eastern Carolina, they're made for their defense. That's what they make their mark. They're allowing just 18 points per game. That's top 20 in the country. So Tulsa's not going to score. But how many points is East Carolina going to score? They're scoring 23 points per game themselves. That's awful. That's 88th in the country. Tulsa has been giving up 30 points a game, but if it's a 24-10 win, 27-10 win. 54.5. This total is 54.5. This is a high total. I'm pretty surprised, to be quite honest. I'm more than pretty surprised. I'm very surprised at this total being 54.5. We're jumping in here. 54.5. East Carolina and Tulsa under 54.5. Finally, for us here on a Thursday, the Dodgers and the Brewers. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Our 27-1, 26-1, 25-1, whatever ticket you got is dead. Dodgers are winning this series. Tyler Glasnow goes tonight, and we don't even know yet who's starting for the Brewers. It's Thursday. It's Wednesday night to Thursday morning. We don't know who they're throwing. They might throw Priester, but on the road, Priester hasn't been good. Mizorowski, they will probably throw the kid at some point in the game, but it's Dodger Stadium. It's Shohei Ohtani, who got an RBI single in Game 2. I think he has a really big game at the plate tonight. I think this game goes over, but I think the better play is just the Dodgers on the run line because we can get plus money on it, and maybe we can claw back the 1+ unit that we bet on the Brewers, and we can claw it back. You should fade this. I have been dead wrong in the first 2 games of this series. I'm 0-2, so very well could go 0-3 here, but I don't care who's playing. I don't care who's pitching. This Brewers offense is anemic, and I don't think that they all of a sudden go to Chavez Ravine and they go to Dodger Stadium and they find their offense. Now, the Blue Jays did that last night. They went to Seattle and found their offense, but I don't think this is a similar situation here. The bullpen is completely rested for the Dodgers. If Glasnow shows any sign of trouble, they will go right to the bullpen, and the high-leverage arms are available. The back end of the bullpen stinks for the Dodgers, but they do have a couple of high-leverage arms that can come out of there and get the job done and at least tamp down any big rally that might be going on. Glasnow is probably going 6, maybe 7 innings tonight. It's just a bad matchup, unfortunately. When the Dodgers pitch like this, they are extremely, if not unbeatable, in Major League Baseball. They have the biggest payroll. They have the biggest stars. They have one of the biggest fan bases in one of the biggest ballparks. This has been an unbelievable ride for the Brewers, but the little engine that could just ran out of gas. And tonight, give me the Dodgers. I'll lay the 1.5 with the Dodgers. We'll take the plus money at plus 110 on the Dodgers on the run line, coming in at 1 unit. Dodgers run line. So East Carolina under 54.5 at minus 110. Bengals plus 5.5 on Thursday Night Football against the Steelers, and the Dodgers on the run line. If you guys, wow, where did that go? Hold on, we got to put something up. Where did that go? Wow, that was there it is. And no, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, Week 7. If you guys are interested in more breakdowns for the upcoming week in the NFL, whole show for the Bostonian versus the Book coming at you guys with myself at 1 o'clock on the Bostonian versus the Book YouTube channel. Search at Boston versus the Book. Audio podcast immediately following. We'll go through all the games, look at the betting perspective, looking at some of the numbers, look at some of the trends as to what we're going to see here. Got some big games in the NFL all coming up. Week 7 NFL preview on the Bostonian versus the Book coming at you tomorrow on the on the Bostonian versus the Book YouTube channel. Search at Boston versus the Book and the same handle on Twitter and X at Boston versus the Book. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.